bitch, please. Hey guys, welcome back to RE Geeks, baby. We got another great show for you. We got a slide production that we put together, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're talking about 2026. You know, how are you gonna stand out? How are you gonna be that different agent in a good way for the future, and to make get more leads, generate more, past contacts, and using low cost, no cost opportunities. And Michael and I are going to break that down for you. So speaking of the legend, Mr. Michael Fielden, how are you, dude?
Good morning, Greg. How you doing today?
Living my best life, brother. Living my best life. Hanging out with you.
Me too. A little congested. Got to tell
you,
not the best way to start the year, but I am ready to go and really looking forward to this. I just heard my younger daughter has made the dean's list at college again.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not even sure I know what that means, but it's a good thing because it's a list.
It means you have to pay a lot more because she's smart.
I like lists. Hey, Greg, I got to tell you, because I know you love these stories, I'm still doing the Zillow leads.
Oh.
I had a conversation with a gentleman yesterday who will remain nameless, mainly because I can't remember his name. Took him out to tour. And mind you guys, we're in the Silicon Valley. Average home price is what, 1.4 right now? 1.4 million.
And you get a condo for that.
Got a gentleman by the name of Ted. We'll call him Ted. Don't know what his name is. Who wants to meet to see a $229,000 mobile home.
Well, you know what? I have something I've planned in my life, and honey, yes, dinner. I can't go today. Okay, and I'm out the door.
Yes,
but that's the thing about 2026. It's going to be shifting on us quite a bit. And how do you get away? Okay, here's the real question. We're going to get into this in a few minutes, guys and gals. So stick with us till the end. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, follow us, because we always talk about tech. How would you get somebody? And now, before we get into the presentation, how would you get an agent out of their mindset that they're currently in and put them into a new mindset based on video, AI, and other video systems?
How would I do it?
Yep.
Well, I think that the best use of AI in this industry right now, and the best use of how to get into that different mindset, is to use these tools to educate yourself and to train yourself. One of the things that I did when I came back from this meeting, because I did go, Greg, and yes, I did not enjoy it. It wasn't exciting, but I think that a big part of it is education. And the conversation that I have with AI when I do this is, hey, how do I go out beyond these incoming leads from Zillow that I'm paying, a huge amount of dollars? How do I start generating new business?
Right.
What do I need to do to educate myself? And when you put those prompts in, you're going to get a lot. One, you're going to get AI's idea of what you should be doing, but you're also going to get a ton of real estate content out there. And you're going to get a lot of people that want to sell you a solution for how to improve your business. And I'm going to tell you, and Greg, I think you're actually going to like this. I don't truly believe that you can buy your way to sustainable success.
I've been telling you this for probably literally 2 decades.
Yeah. Excuse me. But if you need short-term cash flow to get there, these sources are fine. However, when you are chugging through and you're slogging your way up to the next level, don't forget that you don't have to buy it. You've got to work for it. You've got to climb.
Yes, you
have to do things. And I think a lot of our conversation, and guys, I'm actually kind of proud of Greg. He made a presentation.
I did.
He did it with Notebook LM. Not necessarily the tool that I would recommend for this, but
shut it.
With that said, Greg did something with AI.
I did, and I've been doing it a lot. Let's show him, Michael.
So
let's walk through this.
let's talk about this slide for a second, because this is the one that I picked out. Guys, I don't want to read you slides. I never do it. And when we do our training, we don't. But I am kind of proud of what Greg has put out here, because I think that the importance is noting that you have to be multifaceted. And he has this kind of hybrid agent in the middle. But what I have is, when you do all these things, that middle ground is where your success is. Okay. You can't do any one of these things and get a whole lot of success. Your goal here is to get to the middle circle. You're going to have to master technology. Okay. Greg has titled it Digital Mastery. You've got to know how to use the tools. You've got to be able to get in there. You have to know what artificial intelligence is doing. You have to know what search engine optimization is if you're going to take advantage of your website. And by all means, you have to know how to create video.
That's the most important thing about creating video. I was up this morning, very, very, very early, about 2:17, I believe I was up, and I just couldn't go back to sleep. So I was messing around, and I was creating content, creating videos, and editing, and just messing around with stuff. I mean, CapCut alone, with their pro version, it's a couple of bucks. It's nothing. It is insane what they're doing with AI. I posted some. If you guys follow me on Instagram and Facebook, go take a look at my story. I randomly took, I think, 6 photos, and it was seamless on how it connected everything. It's going to make your life so stinking simple in regards to different life points through your day, that you can go out there and you can go to broker's tour or tour, whatever you guys call it in your neck of the woods. Take some photos of properties, obviously with permission of the homeowner and the agent. Take a couple photos of you in the car, grabbing a taco, having a sandwich, whatever, going to the office, doing a contract, and put it into CapCut. And that thing alone, they have a free trial for it right now. Amazing. Now, it's a little rough cut, it's a little weird. Yes, I had bad photos picked, but that's the only things I had. But if you think it out a little bit more, that's an incredible resource. Michael, what do you think about CapCut? And then let's dive into the rest of the slide deck really quickly.
Yeah, there is nothing better than CapCut out there for simple, creative results.
Simple, yes.
Greg, I do have an interesting comment for you on that. I saw for the first time yesterday, that there was in the confidential remarks, the agent had added the comment, if you are going to use this in social media video, please attribute it to the property address and the listing agent and broker.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen that before.
And that was added. And my first thought was, don't tell me what to do. If you're standing on public land, you can do whatever you want as far as video goes. But I thought it was pretty interesting that people are heading down that path. You as an agent don't really have the right to advertise properties and make them look like they're your own.
You cannot do that, by the way.
You can certainly talk about it as somebody else's.
Yes.
And you don't have to keep reiterating it. Just put it in there one time and away you go.
So, that's I did this when live streaming came out on Facebook, 10 years ago plus. And I remember, and this is going to get a little bit weird in this conversation, but I got my first lavalier Rode Lab, the little mics that like reporters wear on their shirts, right? And great mic, plugged into my phone, and I filmed a house that was on tour. Now, there was a female agent that was a listing agent there. And me being me, I didn't ask for permission. I said, look, I'm going to film your house, then I'm going to do an interview with you, and you're going to tell me about it. And she's like, okay. And so I went and did it. And this actually was a house that, and we're going to get back to technology in 2026, guys. Don't worry. We're getting there. There's a funny story. So I filmed the house, and I learned later through the interview with the agent that this was owned by 2 brothers that started the adult industry in San Francisco. And so I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then I filmed her, and I couldn't control my camera, and I kind of filmed, let's just say, below her face by accident, consistently
Nice.
through the video. And I felt so stinking bad. And I showed her the video, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll delete this. Her response was, heck no. Send me the link. I love it. I'm going to send it to my friends and family. I'm like, okay. All right. Well, that works. And that's the story behind being in social media, guys and gals, doing videos. You're going to mess up. You're going to do some dumb stuff. You're going to feel retarded. You're not going to like how you sound, what you sound like, what you look like. It's fine.
Nobody
My mom,
cares.
I made her do a video about chickens the other day because she's, wanted to get more view counts on her social media. So she filmed her chicken boots. They literally have chickens on them. There's a huge rainstorm up here, and you know what? That thing went stinking viral with her friends because it was real and it was honest. So let's get back to our slide deck here. Let's walk through this, Michael, really quickly.
Okay. So let's just go back to the one that we were talking about here.
Sure. Hybrid.
I think the other part is community leadership. If you are going to be an agent today, you need to be a part of the community. Okay.
Yes.
No doubt. And you need to be strategic about this. You've got to focus on these things. And I think the part that you left out here with cadence and tracking is consistency. Okay. Yep. You can't wing it. All too often I find myself, personally saying, God, I just don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to answer the phone. Those things that are consistent are what get you to the circle. I think all too often people go into this and they're like, oh, I'm just going to wing it and treat this like a part-time job. And Greg, I know you and I have talked about this. This is absolutely a full-time job. I think that, people that are engaged in real estate do it all the time.
Yeah, you think about it. You dream about it. I mean, it's in your blood.
I don't dream about it, but
dude, I woke up at 1:17 or whatever it was, and I started, editing videos. It has to be built into your DNA if you're going to do this successfully. If you want to be like the guys and gals on Bravo, this is not like, oh my God, it's a weekend job. No, it's not. This is a lifestyle. You have to figure it out and see if you really want to do it. And then you have to put your big girl panties on, your big boy boxers on, and you go out there and you just give 0 F's about it and you just make it happen. Otherwise, God bless your soul. You'll do a couple of deals. Average agents do 2 to 3 deals a year at an average price of $243,000. And you can fund your travel fund or your shoe habit or, your watch issues or whatever, but if you're going to make it, you have to be in it. End of story, hard stop. And if you don't like it, just don't do it then.
And I think to that end, Greg, it's not a quantifiable job. A lot of people have a job. They go to work 9 to 5, 8 to 6, whatever it is you work. And they go through the motions.
True.
Okay. In real estate, it's not a 40-hour week, 9 to 5 job. It can be, you're going to be somebody's assistant, but if you want to work at this, it's got to be, 7 to 7, 7 to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. And you've really got to put the grind in. That doesn't mean you're working hard all that time. You are working hard when you're working, but it's about consistency. It's about staying busy. It's about going through the steps that make sense. Now, when Greg put together this presentation, I selected out some of the slides. I thought this was another good one, Greg, I am a huge proponent of this kind of being a member of the community. And, it's about things. And when I started, the first thing I learned to do, and there was a woman that worked at Contemporary Real Estate in the Bay Area. And I remember she said, you've got to be a part of the community. Yeah. And one of the things she recommended was go buy flags and put them out for 4th of July. Okay. I still do that. 400 a year. And I stick them in the front of the yard. If they have a sign in the yard, I take off my card and I still give them a flag because it's about community. Otherwise, I have my card attached to it and I put it in their front yard and give back. You know, you talk about that. These are high touch, low cost. Volunteer at food banks, okay, coat drives, street cleanups. I think one of the big ones that goes on in my neighborhood as we get towards the end of spring is agents rent dumpsters, and they put them in a community area and say, just bring your junk by.
All right. I'm going to stop you right there.
Uh-oh.
So, no, that's a great idea. So with that thought pattern.
Thought I was getting rejected.
Oh, no. I'm doubling down on what you're saying. I think it's genius because I came up with an idea called dump your junk, spring cleaning, dump your junk. And so I partnered with electronic disposal. I actually literally like those dumpster trucks that come by and pick up all your stuff from your house. Those guys. I partnered up with a battered women's shelter, and then an actual dumping company. And so the criteria was I partnered with the local high school, and Michael, San Ramon Valley High School, right downtown Danville. And so they have a drive area. And so you have to, you can dump electronics, you can dump your junk, but you have to donate something of value to the battered women's shelter. And if anybody wants more information about that, I'll send you the flyer and the information that I put together on it. But we're talking about phenomenal responses. I also got different restaurants locally and a local DJ to come over. So there was food, there was water, there was music. It was an event, right?
Very
and people kept coming around and dropping stuff off. I loved it. We had 2 14-foot moving trucks, one from the battered women's shelter and one from two of ours. So three 14-foot moving trucks. The donations came flowing in so much. Literally 3 14-foot moving trucks were stuffed to the point where we almost couldn't close them, stuffed. And then we drove them down and we dropped them off for these ladies and their staff. And the community loved it. They would not stop talking about it. So I agree with that, Michael, 1,000%. Let's get back to what you were saying. All
right. So the next one you've got on there is partnerships. Partner with these other people, guys. Businesses are not in this alone. Charities are not in this alone. Now, Greg's talking about the community here, and he's got these Habitat with Humanity, animal rescue, but I'm also going to tell you that there are a lot of small businesses out there that need support. They need these partnerships, and you can advertise to them at the same time as you're advertising yourself, and you can strengthen those relationships to benefit the community. Nothing hurts a small community, an Alamo, a Danville, a community of 100,000 people, like a business going out of business.
It sucks.
Help these businesses succeed. This local business of the month that he's got on there as a pro tip, that's another one. Promote these businesses. It doesn't cost you a dime, and it doesn't hurt you. Okay, I think, Greg, and you could talk about city council meetings, the Chamber of Commerce, those things. Be a part of the community. Be a leader.
Yeah, get out there. Go. The easiest thing to do on God's green earth is all of us have smartphones in 2026. That's just a reality of life, right? So go out there, go to the Chamber of Commerce, join it, then get a list of all the new businesses that have joined the Chamber of Commerce. Then you go knock on their door and say, hey, my name is Greg McDaniel. I'm with ABC Realty. You know what? I'd like to highlight you and promote your business at a zero cost basis. Could we do a shoot? Can I ask you a couple of questions to promote you? Every single time I've done it, every single business has said yes. Yeah. It's an easy way. Now you can get discounts, coupons from them. You can promote them at local open houses. You can, go down there with your family or yourself or your friend, your partner, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever, and buy some food. Participate in their business. If it's a shoe company, go buy a pair of shoes from them, right? Show them some love. And then ask for the reciprocal business. Say, hey, look, can I put a poster up here? Can I put my business cards up here? Can I do weekly interviews with you? Can I help highlight different products in your store with you? Hey, Bob, this is a brand new glass cup you just got in. Tell me about your new glass cup. Is there a discount? Obviously, you work that out behind the scenes. Yeah, man, if you come in between this day and Thursday, come on in. We'll give you 25% off on these new glass cups. Now you become a legend in the area, and you always use your name. You say, use the name Greg McDaniel, and you'll get the 25% discount.
Yeah.
And stores are like, I'll get foot traffic. And then you show them how to do video. Right. So let's go into our next one.
Okay. So next one that I want to talk about, and let's get this up there, is I want to talk about this online journey and this, why we're doing this, Greg. And I think that the practical part of this comes in, we start with the videos. What are you going for? You're going for the impressions.
Yep.
Right? You want to get eyes on your content. You want to build that up. Inquiries come next. Okay. It's not a lead. People are asking you questions. That question might be, hey, Greg, can you come to a video at my restaurant or my store or my something?
I think that would be amazing.
Okay. That to me is great, because now what's happened to Greg? He's got this inquiry. What does that make Greg? That makes Greg the expert.
Yeah. You're an influencer in your
You're an
local
influencer.
neighborhood.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
Next, we have prospects. Okay. So they've given us some information. Okay. We know who they are. We've got an email and phone number. Then they become a lead. Now I can start marketing to them. And at some point, it's hopeful that they become a customer. Okay. But be aware that a customer doesn't have to be someone that buys or sells from you. Okay. And people are always like, huh? How can that be? If they're a customer, they're buying or selling. We are in a relationship business. I consider the best customer somebody that's willing to refer me to somebody else, regardless of whether they've used me or not. Because if I had somebody in Greg's market area that wanted to buy or sell, I'd be like, dude, come check this out. Boom, 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 boom. This person's going to fit perfect with you. Here's what you need to know. Go make me look good.
So I have a funny story about that. There was a Persian gal that I was showing homes to, my age. Well, this is like 10 years ago. And she wanted to buy this condo. And she really wanted to buy it. But the way it was a low income property, she had plenty of money, but she wanted to buy it because it had a good price. I said, look, this is a bad, stinking deal. Like, I will not represent you on this because you're going to lose money on this. Like, this is stupid. Even her mom said it was stupid. So she and I simultaneously fired each other as representative and client. And I'm like, oh, thank you, baby Moses. So we went our own ways. Here's the point of the story. When it comes back to referrals, she respected to a high level that I wouldn't compromise my ethics, and I wasn't going to let her do something stupid, not on my watch. She has since referred, I think, 6 to 10 people to me. And she works for a very well-known company, and she's dating an extremely well-known name, which I'm not going to reveal any of that information. But she could give referrals to anybody. I mean, the individual that she is dating is, let's say, influential. But she keeps going, and he keeps telling her, like, I got my realtor. She's like, no, I got my realtor. This is my guy. And I'll tell you off air who it is. But it's when it comes down to referrals and influential, being honest and transparent and being real, that is where you get your long-term legacy in business. Not flash in the pan, not, I love cold calling. Don't get me twisted on that one. I've done over 1 million of them, but there's a better way to do it. There's just a better way. So, Michael, we're coming up on our time here. We're about 10 minutes out. So let's get to our next slide here so we get all the information out to folks.
So the next one I want to go through is this. Let me get to it here in this. Nope, not this one. I like this one because I think this loyalty engine, and I want to take away, Greg, the post-closing here.
Okay, take it away. Okay. Tell me.
I think that having a loyalty engine in place makes sense for everybody, right? So in this case, you're starting contract close, 12-month follow-up. Okay, no matter what you're doing, you need to focus on following up with people, being consistent, asking for referrals. Do you know anybody that is buying or selling real estate that I could help? Do you know anybody that you would like to live in your neighborhood? Do you know anybody that I can talk to? I'm lonely. Whatever it is, you need to ask for it. You need to be willing to do those pop buys. Greg, talk to me a little bit about the pop buy you did, and I'm trying to remember what the company was, but the free wine.
The what? Which one?
You gave away free wine.
Giving away free wine?
You gave away those coupon cards.
Oh, yeah.
Coupons. Mind you guys, this was 10 years ago, but.
So my father, the Grand Master, walked into Forbes Mill. It's a high-end, it is a high-end steak place in Danville, California. And just because he likes to go there and get steak, right? So he walked in there, talked to the general manager and said, how can I get, this is the verbiage, how can I get more butts in your seats? How can I grow your business? And the guy goes, I'll give you a $25 gift certificate. And we're like, what? So we went down to a printing shop and we printed up, knowing me, it was probably like 1,000 of them. And then I'm like, well, if it works for one place, I'll go to other places. So I went ice cream shops and other restaurants and different businesses. And I got all these different discounts and different, rewards back. And I got to know the owners, and then I could go back and talk to them and show them what's going on. And then we could go and quantify the results. Businesses love it. It doesn't cost them anything. They're already running these discounts. If you really want to make it stupid simple, get on one of those coupon books or something like that in your local area. Go and talk to the owner if you like the restaurant. Say it's a Chinese restaurant, right? And you love their orange chicken. I love orange chicken. That's why I'm saying this. And
it sounds good.
It sounds so good. But you go in there and you say, hey, look, man, you're running a $15 off, 15% off, or whatever the ad is. Can I run this through my clients with my brand and your brand on it? They're going to say yes, because they're already doing it. A lot of those different sites online, especially, they'll take the discount, plus they'll take a percentage, about 50% of the profits gained from that ad using that code, and put it back in their pockets. And I just tell them, look, I don't want any of your profits. I just want to bring value to the community, to the buyers and sellers who are moving in and moving out. You might need a good meal. Would you be willing to help?
Yeah.
And I have never been told no.
Yep. And I think you can do this on postcards, where you're giving out a postcard. It's got your ad on one side, their ad on the other side, and it's promoting you, right? It's helping you get your business to the next level.
Yeah, true.
And I think that's super important. Now, the next one that I wanted to touch on, Greg, before we pop out of this and go close to the end, is I love the idea of a scorecard. And guys, whether you print it out and you have a checklist for each day or what, have some way to hold yourself accountable. Okay.
Shit. Sorry. I hit the wrong button, dude.
So Greg's button.
Sorries.
So you want to do these, have your scorecard, and whatever it is, maybe you do your weekly planning on AI. Okay. You post some videos, you post some Facebook, and this should be every day. And guys, I'm going to tell you this from personal experience. If you want to do this digital, do it digital. If you're going to do it on paper, do it on paper, but do not dispose of the results. Okay. Keep the results, track what you're doing, because what I want you to do is be able to go back and you could say, wow, because especially in real estate, real estate's a trailing indicator, right? If you get into contract today, you're not going to make any money until 30 days or whatever it is, 10, 20, 30. And you're not going to think that what I did to get into contract started 3 months ago.
It always runs in a 60 to 90 day cycle. So tracking what's working, what's not working, do A and B testing in everything that you guys are putting out there. So postcards, door knocking, cold calls, social media, videos on YouTube, creating your own channel, doing local interviews, going out there and meeting your neighbors, doing some handshakes, getting coffee, lunch, cocktails, dinner, breakfast, whatever it is. What works in your market, what works for you. So when you come back at it and do it in a quarterly manner, so it's going to be every 3 months. And per this recording, we're mid-January on 2026. Look at what 2025 brought you. Go through that checklist that Michael was talking about and understand, okay, well, I got, let's say for round dumb numbers, let's say I did 10 deals last year. Where did those 10 deals come from? Well, Stacy referred 3 people. I went out and got, went to a networking event. I got 2 people. And then I went through my database and I got the rest. Okay, so you're a social human being. Go 10 deep on that. Don't do anything that's not comfortable and it's not in your wheelhouse. Me and Michael and I, there's not a microphone or a camera he and I have ever met that we don't like. And
I want to talk.
Yeah, I want to talk on my microphone.
Blah, blah, blah.
But some people, like I forced my mom to do a video. She freaking hated it. I have a couple of other friends that they hated being on camera, but they were phenomenal one-on-one. So you have to pick a lane or lanes that you want to be in. And you can take away stuff from this conversation. We encourage that you do it. The slide deck will be available for you guys to take a look at in the comments below in the videos. So download it, take a look, implement it, do something with it. I mean, doesn't matter. Michael's a photographer. He just took a photo. He loves taking
pictures of Greg here, baby, because he doesn't. That way I know he'll smile.
But Michael's a photographer, so he'll go to a photography club and they can talk cameras, and all of a sudden they have a bond. Michael, what do you do for a living? Oh, I sell real estate. What are you doing here? I love photography. Phenomenal. Bond, friends, connection, interaction, relatability, friendship, build business. Okay. Very simple, guys. 2026 does not have to be. It's going to be a crazy year, by the way. Politically, socially, economically. It's going to be an interesting year, but the number one thing you have to concentrate on when you're out there prospecting, always bring value to the people that you are talking to. Never be selfish and want the value for yourself. Give the value to them through your connections and resources. Now you just became the greatest asset ever because, I mean, let's be honest. And I've said this in a million videos. When's the last time you've personally ever been asked, how can I help you grow your business? What's your best client look like? How can I build your life so that you can live the best version of you? I've personally never been asked that, in all honesty, in the open world.
Greg, how can I help your business?
You can do all my tech work, Michael, through your company. What's your company, by the way?
Support Geeks, guys. If you need any help, look us up, supportgeeks.com. If you want to get a hold of Greg, he is Greg at regeeks.com. I am Michael at regeeks.com. And after this video, Greg is going to post that stuff up there, but I'm going to tell you a little tidbit. And I thought about this morning because Greg and I chat before these calls. We are going to be bringing this training to you through our platform within the next 30 days. Okay. We are going to power through, and Greg is going to motivate me to finish so that we can help you take your business to the next level. So, Greg, with that said, bring us home.
All right, Michael, I completely agree with you. And the property I'm at right now, they are renovating it. We will be doing live events, like in-person events. Doesn't cost you a stinking dime, but there's only going to be about 20 people per event. We're going to do one per quarter max. But it's going to be on a ranch. You have chickens, you have dogs, you have cats, you got outdoor, you got pool, you got basketball court, you got putting greens, you got frisbee golf, you got everything. Plus, you're going to be able to sit down, eat good food, have great conversations, one-on-one. The Grandmaster, Michael Fielden, and I will be there, and then we'll bring in some special guests. So we are going to bring this, and our product, our true training product will be coming out, and we will get you guys up to speed. So, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Michael, you are absolutely stunningly good looking.
Thank you.
And we are going to see you guys on the next video. Until then, boom. Peace.
Peace.
Love you. Bye.